Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about how to create our AWS account and how to create a Windows EC2 machine. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux EC2 machine. But before starting on this particular topic, any question anyone have? Whatever we have discussed till now, if you have any question, please raise your hand. And before starting of the questions, if you have any question related to your career, please email me. Please don't ask any questions related to your career in the trading. Yes, Sudhir.
Yes, sir. So last time we have created one instance. Okay, in that we
Hmm.
have created one connection. So for every server, we required each connection, or is it like one connection is enough for the multiple
Which
instances?
connection you're talking about, Sudhir?
Last time we have created one EC2 instance, right?
Okay.
In that you have one add connection. We have where we are generating one password and everything, right?
That was SSH, that key you're talking about, PEM key.
Yes, yes, correct, correct.
The PEM key, like earlier in the last session, also someone asked me the question. In the last session, also I've asked that I said that you can use the same PEM file for multiple virtual machines.
Okay. And
Okay.
this one, sir, we have that right one option like connect. Like once we create an instance, then we have an option of connect, right? So that connect is like only a one instance will have a one connection, or like we have to make a multiple connections.
No, if you are having a multiple virtual machine, for every virtual machine, there is a different password.
Okay, okay,
That connect option is only work for one single machine at a time. If you have multiple machine, that connect button will not work.
okay, okay, got it.
Okay.
Understood, sir. Yeah, thank you so much.
Anyone have any more question? Please let me know. Yes, Arup, you can unmute.
Ankit, here, suppose if we change the password of that administrator, so normally we'll set our own password. So after that, will that administrator password also will be synced in that console? Means in future, if I forgot that, yeah, this password, if we
No,
forgot it,
it will not display in your AWS console. With
okay,
that PEM file, you can reset you can generate a new password. That new password will become your current password.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Rab, you can unmute. Ravi, you have raised your hand to ask your question. You need to unmute. Ravi, I'm not able to hear you. Okay. Look like no one has any more question. Okay, someone has more question. Yes, Naveen.
Sir, yesterday you launched EC2 instance. In that security group, we can create that AWS by default it will create, sir.
System is creating by default. The only thing is they are giving the default name. You want to give your own name, you
Default.
can give your own name. Also, how to give, we'll learn in the today's session.
But yesterday you didn't create that security group, sir. By default it will take. So that's why I'm asking.
And if I'm automatically system is creating it, Naveen. The only thing
Yeah.
is I've
Okay.
taken the default name.
Okay. Okay.
If you select the port number, whichever you need to create it, that port number you need to select, and system will automatically create a security group. There is no create button specific for security group. Whenever we are creating a machine, system will create a security group with that.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Rahul. Rahul, you can unmute and ask your question.
Sorry, am I audible now?
Yes, Rahul.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good
Just
morning.
want to ask one question. For example, once we have created the PEM file, and launched our virtual machine, is it possible to change the PEM file again
No,
for the same virtual machine?
no.
No. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Kalyan.
Good morning, Mangesh.
Good morning.
So, what is the difference between like restart the virtual machine, redeploy the virtual machine, reapply the virtual machine? Can you
Where
briefly
is that
explain it?
option of re-reply?
Actually, I seen in Azure the
I'm
same
talking
options
AWS.
available.
Talk about we are in the AWS channel. We'll talk about only about AWS. We're
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
discuss
yeah.
anything about Azure. So there is no option of where is that option of replace of which you're talking about?
No, no, no. I'm asking, is there any same options like that in
Mm,
Azure? We have any options in AWS as well? Is it?
Whatever the options we have, we'll discuss it in upcoming session. The options you're talking about, we don't have that option.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, Ravi, you can unmute.
You. Actually, I have created the AWS account with the new mail ID and old card and old phone number, but it's still not as a free tier. Anything wrong here?
Where it is showing free tier? They are here in billing man. In billing section, if you go there, there it will show as free tier. Here is it.
But it's not showing. But while creating the EC2 instance, the instance types are showing as a free.
Now, when you have created your account,
Last Friday, the third Friday, I hope.
this thing will update when your first billing cycle will get completed. Here, the details is not updated till that time your first billing cycle is not going to complete.
Okay.
This
So
AWS free tier details will not show you here. It is not showing you anything here. Am I right?
not showing. Not showing.
So
Correct.
till that time your first billing will not generate, it will not show you
Okay.
anything.
So there is no issues, right? It's a
No.
free tier only, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then that's good.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yes, Tushar, you can unmute.
Hello.
Yes, Tushar.
Very good morning, Ankit.
Good morning, Tushar.
Yes. So my question is that actually, what is the difference between PVM and PPK?
Do you know where PPK file is getting used?
Yes,
Where?
and putty.
Can I use a
Putty.
PPK input? Can I generate PPK file for Windows machine?
No, actually.
So
For
can I use
Windows
PPK?
version,
So can we use
no,
PPK file for Git bash?
no.
So you got your answer. You have given answer by yourself also.
So how we use a PVM for that? Which purpose we use PVM?
Whenever we want to connect from one EC2 machine to another EC2 machine, at that time PPK file will not use. Or whenever you
Okay.
want to connect your PEM file with Git bash, then
Okay.
PPK file will not use.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you.
Yes, Monty, you can unmute. Yes, Monty, you can ask your question.
Basically, great to join. So, nice to come. So, this is
Monty, your
that,
voice is not clear.
morning again. So, basically, today I have joined, and my question is that I need to appear the exam. So, what are the process to appear the exam?
Does the Monty, your voice is not clear. I request you to please drop your question in the chat box. Yes, Rahul.
Sorry, no question from my side. I have not raised. Sorry.
You have raised your hand. That's why I've given you the chance, Rahul.
Sorry. I'm just lowering the hand. Sorry.
Yes,
My
Ram. Yes, Ram, you can unmute. Ram, you can unmute and ask your question. Nafis, you can unmute.
Hi Ankit, good morning.
Good morning.
I have been created free tier account, what I can see in my account, free tier only S3 only it is available. That means I can't use other services.
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
No, what I'm saying, I have created free tier account.
Okay.
And the billing and free tier, there are options are there, is it? What are the services are available?
Are
That
the
I can,
services available in free tier? You're talking about that question?
yeah, AWS free tier, I can see S3 it is there, 2000 request for, free for 12 months, but I can't see other EC2 and other things. That means it is a completed or
When you have created your account?
almost, I would say like 3 months back,
So if it's 3 months back, then definitely you can use those services.
Because it is not appearing under AWS free tier, only it is showing 3.
So might be your account is older than those 12 months.
No, because
So I'm not sure, Naveen. Please, you can check by yourself those things, or send me your login details. I will check and I'll reply you there.
Sure,
Because just our discussion with that, it is impossible for me to give the correct answer. Okay, you need to check by yourself, or you can share your login details to me on email. I can check and I'll reply.
Sure, I can check myself, no problem. Ankit.
Definitely, you can check
Just
by yourself.
thought of letting you know whether you come across this situation or not. That's
No,
it.
I didn't
Yeah.
come with the situations.
Sure.
Yes, Chandar, you can unmute. Okay, last question, and then we'll start with the topic today's.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
Yes, Chandar.
Yeah, I would like to know, is this AWS will help us to get into
Sorry
DevOps?
to interrupt you. Regarding career questions, please email me. I have already told it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay,
Thank you.
only technical questions will going to answer here. No, that this course will help or this course will not help her. No questions.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Noman, you can unmute. Okay, no looks you don't have any question. Pragyan, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. Good morning. Can you hear
Good
me?
morning. Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah. I have one question. I was trying to edit this, existing security group. I was trying to add this custom TCP with port range 8080, but I am not able to launch the instance, with that without selecting the, VPC.
Yes, definitely. Without VPC, it is impossible to create a virtual machine.
Okay.
EC2 machine,
Okay.
impossible.
So it's mandatory to select VPC, or I got some kind of,
Do you know what is VPC?
Virtual private cloud.
I'm asking what is VPC. I'm not asking about full form.
Oh yeah, I think it's a kind of working area.
Okay. So yes, without that, you are impossible to create a virtual machine. Because
So it's
without
mandatory to select 1A or something like that, right? Any
that's
kind
what
of.
I'm saying. It is impossible to create a virtual EC2 machine without VPC.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Because you can't create a virtual EC2 machine without private IP. And you will get a private IP because of the VPC.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Got you.
Okay, so we'll start with the today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create a Linux virtual machine. So first of all, you need to click on launch instance. Steps are same. The steps which we have done in the last session to create a Windows machine, same steps we can follow here to create a Linux virtual machine also. Little bit can be vary as per the operating system which we are going to select. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to give the name. So I'll give the name as Linux 235. Scroll down. And here we need to select our AMI. By default, which AMI system has selected? Amazon Linux. And under that Amazon Linux, they have selected 2023 version of Amazon Linux. So I'm going with this one. While practice, if you want to go with Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, Sushi, or what are the other Linux-based operating system which we are getting, If you want to go with that, you can try with that also when you're doing practice. So here I've selected Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. Scroll down. Here we are getting instance type. Like in previous session, we have discussed to create a machine, we need RAM, CPU, operating system, and hard disk. AMI we have selected. Now we are going to select CPU and RAM. In previous session also, we have selected one CPU, 1 GB of RAM. With that, we are getting it instance type with the name T2.micro because T2.micro is coming under our free tier eligible. So I'm going with this one and then key pair. Can I select existing key pair? The one which we have created for Windows machine? Yes, I can select this one also. If I want, I can use this one. But I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to create a new one. So let me give the name. Create key pair. Yeah. When I click on create key pair, here we are able to download our temp file. Scroll down. In previous session, when we are creating a Windows machine, we have discussed it. To connect our Windows machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number RDP. Same way, if you want to connect a Linux machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called SSH. Anyone knows the number of SSH port number? Like for RDP, we have 3389. For SSH, what is that port number? Please confirm in the chat box. Correct. The correct answer is 22. So 22 is the port number for SSH, which is system is by default enabled. Now, here is the name of my security group. I'm not creating system security group. System is automatically creating a security group, but with default name. What is it name? Launch Wizard 11. In previous session, they are creating a security group with the name Launch Wizard 10. Can I select that particular security group? Here is it. Launch Wizard 10. Yes, guys, please confirm in the chat box. Can I use this particular security group? The one which we have created in previous session? No, we can't use this one. The reason is because with this particular security group, if I click on compare security group rules, RDP port is enabled. And for Linux, RDP port is not required. SSH port is required. So I can't use this particular security group. I have some existing security groups which I've created in my previous batches. I can use those one. But I'm not going to create those one. I'm going to create a new security group. But I don't want this name. I want to give my own name. So click on edit. For network settings, edit. Under network settings, we are getting VPC, subnet, auto assign public IP. Regarding these things, we'll discuss in upcoming session when we'll come to the VPC service. It is one of the important service we have in cloud platform. And here I'm giving the name. Name can be any name. You can even give your name also here. And SSH port is enabling 22 port. Done. Scroll down. If you remember in previous session, when we are creating a Windows machine, they have given us 30 GB of hard disk. At that time, we are creating a Windows machine. But for Linux, how much they are giving us? Only 8 GB. Only 8 GB they are giving us. But if I want, I can increase till maximum of 30 GB. Because till 30 GB, you have a free quota for per EC2 machine. So right now, 8 GB is sufficient for me. I'm going with the 8 GB. And how many instances we require? Only one. If you need 2, we can mention 2. If you need 100, we can mention 100 here. But I just need only 1, so I'm giving S1 here. And here is that AMI instance type security group. System is creating a new security group. Volume 8 GB. These are volumes actually. The hard disk which we are attaching it in AWS, it is called as volume. And the one which we are getting, this is root volume. Root volume means like a C drive. Here. Now click on launch instance. Just a minute. Let me select a subnet here, 1A. Okay, done. So we are able to create our machine here. Done. Now, I have a question for you guys. Is it possible, can we connect a Linux machine without enabling a port number? Please confirm in the chat box your answers. Correct. It is impossible. Without enabling SSH port number, you can't connect to this Linux machine. Or Windows, you can't connect by using 3389 port number. So those are having any doubts related to that. Without enabling a port number, can we connect to this machine in AWS I'm talking about? It's not possible. Now, so we are able to create our Linux machine. Now, after creation of this machine, what is the next thing we need to do? We need to connect to this machine. To connect to this machine, we need to download 2 softwares. And the 2 software which I'm going to use, those are free of cost. One is Putty, other one is Puttygen. From where I can download? You can just search on Google, download Putty. Or even have given that particular link in my PPT. From there also you can download. Or even just search on Google, download Putty. The link which you are getting on number 2 with that particular website, you can download Putty and Puttygen from the same website. Scroll down. Here I'm getting putty.exe. As per your system requirement, just click on putty.exe. Here we are able to download. Scroll down. Puttygen.exe. Just click on puttygen.exe. Here we are able Guys, in market, we have hundreds of terminals. These are terminal which actually I've downloaded. The putty which I have downloaded is terminal. With the help of this, I can connect to my Linux machine. And if I talk about in market, we have hundreds of terminal. But why I'm using putty here? Because putty is number one terminal in the market. Number two is git bash. Putty is number one. So if you know any other terminal, or if you want to go with other terminal, you can practice those things also. It's completely up to you. I'm going with that particular tool, which is very famous in the market, and I want you to familiar with this particular tool. So whenever you're working in real time, you guys can easily work in this particular tool also. Now, next step. Next step is I need to generate a PPK using puttygen. Which file we have downloaded? We have downloaded PEM file. I need to convert this PEM file into PPK. Now, how can I convert this PEM file into PPK? I'm requesting you to please see my screen very carefully, because if you are doing any mistake here, I'm 110% sure you will get an error message when you're trying to connect to this particular machine. So please see my screen very carefully now. Click on puttygen. Click on load. Go to your batch number 235. Here I'm not able to see any file here. Why? Because it is looking for a PPK file. Do we have any PPK file right now? No. So what we need to do here? We need to change this to all files. Then select our PEM file. Open. Okay. Save private key. Yes. Now give the name. You can give any name. Here I'm giving the exact same name which I have given to my PEM file. Linux-235-key.ppk. Save. Done. Here I'm able to generate my PPK file. Do you want me to repeat this again? If you want me to repeat this again, please confirm in the chat box. I'll repeat that. Okay, I'll repeat. I'm going to delete this PPK. Double click on puttygen. Click on load. Change this extension from PPK to all files. Select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on save private key. Yes. Now I'm giving the name to my file. Extension is .ppk. Save. Done. Here we are able to download our PPK file by using PEM file. So first step is completed. Now we need to connect to our Linux machine. So select your Linux machine. Click on connect. Go to SSH client. Note down the host name. This one we need to note down. Not full example. From here we need to note down. From where EC2-user is starting, from there we need to note down. Now open putty. Enter the host name or IP address. Done. Attach PPK file with putty. How we can attach PPK file with putty? Click on this plus button for SSH. Next step, click on this plus button for auth. And then click on credentials. First click on plus button for SSH, then click on plus button for auth, then click on credentials. And the first option which we are getting here we need to select our PPK file. Here, open, accept, and we are able to connect to our Linux EC2 machine. Right now, we are able to connect to our Linux machine by using host name. But when I open putty, it is asking for host name or IP address. So it means we can connect to this particular Linux machine by using IP address also. So I'll show you now how we can connect by using IP address also. Again, select your EC2 machine, click on connect, click on EC2 instance connect. Here we have a first tab. Here I'm getting the public IP. So I'm note down the public IP. Enter the host name. Sorry, IP address we have entered it. Attach PPK file. Same process. Click on open. Click on attach. Now it is asking for username. This is our username. Here is it. Our default username is EC2-user. Like for Windows machine, we have a default username as administrator, and EC2-user is a default username for Amazon Linux. Let me share one link also with you. Default users. Okay, it is already there in my history. Here is it. Here are the default usernames I'm getting it here. Whatever the AMI you are selecting it, based on that, their default usernames we have. Let me share that particular link in the chat box. So here we are getting. If you are using CentOS, your username can be CentOS or EC2-user. If you are using Deadmin, default username will be admin. If you are using Ubuntu, default username is Ubuntu. Or even you can come to that particular connect option, and there also you can check the username if you don't remember it. But if you are using Amazon Linux, a default username is EC2-user. Enter. And you can see here, I'm able to connect to my Linux EC2 machine. So this is how we can connect to our Linux EC2 machine with the help of putty. And one important point, if we are using Mac operating system, in Mac operating system, you can't use putty because putty does not support with Mac operating system. So in that case, you need to download the Git on your Mac, or you can use a default terminal of Mac operating system also. So that particular link, I have already given it here, which you guys can check when you will receive this particular PDF. Or whenever you're doing practice, if you get any of the error messages from these two, the solutions I have already given. If you get timeout error message or no support authentication, if you are getting error message, if you click here, you will get these solutions. So you can resolve these issues by yourself also if you get any of the error message from these two. Timeout error message we are getting because of some system issue. But the other message which I have mentioned here, that particular error you will get because of your mistake. While practice, if you guys trying to do some mistake, then you will get the error message. Otherwise, second error message you will not get if you are not doing any mistake. So this is how we can create a Linux EC2 machine and connect. Any question anyone have now, please let me know. Yes, Parul. Parul, I'm waiting for a question. Kalyan, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yes.
Kalyan, your voice is not clear.
Hello.
Yes, Kalyan.
So you are referring for Mac operating system only. Can you get from
Get you can use, or you can use a default terminal also, which you have it in Mac operating system. Kalyan, is it clear? Kalyan, your voice is not clear. I'm requesting you to please resolve that issue, then you can raise your hand.
Hello.
Yes, yes, Sainath, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
Yes, Sainath.
Yeah, while launching the EC2 instance, you have selected the allow traffic like anywhere, right?
Yes.
So
That's
what
by
is
default. I said
Okay.
I didn't change anything. That's by default. So I'm going with that one right now. Anywhere means if a person have that particular PEM file or IP address or username, he can connect from any part of the world.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that one, we have some more options also. We'll discuss that later in upcoming session. One is custom one, other one is my IP.
Yeah, fine. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, Navi.
Yeah, hello, Ankit. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, is it mandatory or necessary to switch only to PPK? Sorry, selecting PEM and going to PPK. But I think so. It is like for Git Bash we can select PEM, and for PPK we can select for putty, right? Yeah, there is an option.
PPK file is only for putty terminal, not for any other terminal PPK is used.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the terminals we have in the market to connect Linux machine? Only for PPK is used for putty, not for any other one. For others one, you can use PEM file.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like my doubt is you have selected putty and you have selected PEM and then converted it into PPK, right? So
correct.
It's not necessary, right? So we can directly select PPK and then keep that server IP
Few
address.
minutes before someone has asked me what is the difference between PEM and PPK. At that time, I have given some answers. Might be you didn't listen at the time, Praveen. If you want to connect one Linux machine to another Linux machine, how you can connect? Can you connect by using PPK? Impossible.
No. Okay.
So which one option you will prefer? That's why in real time we always go with the PEM file generation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one thing, like just in a business scenario, like why are we need to go with the Windows and why we need to go with the Linux?
No, depend on client to client requirement. We are not the one who is going to decide these things. That's client who's going to decide that they need to go with Windows one or Linux one. But in real time, 99%, 99.9%, I can say you will see client with the Linux one, not the Windows one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Which are the clients I have worked, or which are the clients my friends are working, or even my other friends or any other one which is who are working, they are always working on the Linux one. Clients are going with that. I didn't listen anywhere till now. So for me, it's 100% Linux. I didn't listen anywhere that any client is going with the Windows one till now. Whichever I have worked or my friends worked. I don't know about other clients. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, John. John, you can unmute and ask your question. Radhika, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, Radhika.
Yeah, each time when the Linux machine got disconnected, is it the only way to connect, like by loading the private key and giving the credentials, or any other
You
way
can
to?
save these particular details in the putty also. There's an option you can save those things. You can save settings. So you can load all those things, give the details, and create that session here.
Okay, so host name we have to give every time, and we can save the
Even you can
credentials.
save that also.
Host name also, yeah. Okay.
Host name PPK file you can save in that particular session. You can double click on that session. You can connect in one single go.
Okay, and one more question, like we have generated the private key, and we can use the same key to another Linux machine also,
Yeah,
or
that's
only
the
for
same question asked in last session also, even in today's session also when we have started. I have given the same answer earlier also, that yes, you can use the same key pair for multiple virtual machines. Okay, but
yeah.
in the same region.
Okay.
If you're creating in the Mumbai region, then it will be the Mumbai region. You can't do the same key in another region. That's not possible.
Okay, the key will
Region
be
needs to be region specific.
okay, region specific. Yeah, got it. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Yes, Bharti, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. Ankit, by any chance, when we lose the key,
We'll learn that particular point in upcoming session. If we lost that key.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, let's move forward. Those who have raised their hand, guys, just wait. I'll come back to you after a few minutes. So the next thing what we need to do here is, after our practice, I don't need this particular Linux machine anymore. So what we can do is, we can delete this machine. So how we can delete? Select the machine, click on instance state, and click on terminate. Stop means like you want to shut down this machine. Like I'm going to shut down my laptop. So stop means like a shutdown, you are doing it. After that, you can start your machine. But I don't want to stop this machine. I want to completely terminate this machine. So terminate. Terminate means delete. And once I delete this machine, under that particular machine, whatever the data we have saved, that is going to completely lost. If you don't have a backup, it is impossible to recover that machine. So how to take a backup, that we'll learn in the end of this training when we learn about the AWS backup service. So click on terminate. Done. So we are able to terminate this particular EC2 machine. And here I have already informed you guys, whenever you're doing practice, if you get error messages from these two, please check this particular link. Coming to the next topic called PPK file by using AWS. Just few minutes before, I have generated a PPK file by using PuttyGen. But there is an option we can directly generate a PPK file by using our AWS account also. Directly I can generate. But before starting off this topic, I need to share some important details. Please listen me carefully. The option which I am going to show you now, this option is just for your knowledge purpose, means for your interview or just for your knowledge. In real time, we are not generating the PPK file by using our AWS account. Whenever we need a PPK file, we are always generating by using Puttigen. So it means from our AWS account in real time, we are always generating a PEM file, and then with the help of PEM file, we can generate PPK. Even if you just search on Google, you will get some option that from PPK we can generate PEM file, but those options will not work. So in real time, we are always generating a PPK file by using our AWS account. We are not generating PPK file. So this particular option is just for your knowledge purpose and for your interview purpose. Now, is it mandatory to always generate a key while creating a machine? No. You can always generate your key before creation of the machine also. So it is not mandatory to always generate a key while creating a machine. Like even security group we have done today. Even if you want, we can create those things before creation of the machine also. Here we have security groups. Here I can see all the security groups which we have. I'll just search the today's one here now. And here we have key pairs. So whatever the key pairs I have generated till now, here I can see that. These all are PEM files. These two are PEM files. So I'm going to click on create key pair, give the name. PPK, and it is clearly mentioned here for use with putty. Create key pair. When I click on create key pair, here I'm getting that PPK file. Now let's create a Linux machine by using this PPK file. So click on launch instance. I'm giving this name to my machine. AMI, I'm going with the default one, Amazon Linux. Instance type same as c2.micro. Key pair, here, the one which we have created. If I want, I can use existing one also, but I'm not going to use this one. I'm going with this one. Can I use existing security group? The one which we have created few minutes before? Yes, I can use that. Because this is Linux based operating system, we are creating it. And for Linux one, SSH port is required. That is by default already enabled. Scroll down. 8 GB of the storage, that's done. And number of instance, only one. Amazon Linux, T2.micro, security group, 8 GB of the storage. And click on launch instance. Let me refresh this page. Amazon Linux. Instance type. Now I'm able to launch the instance. Click on instance. Now, it is not mandated to every time to go to connect option. I can select a virtual machine, and here also I can see the public IP of the machine. We already know the default username is EC2-user. So I don't need to go to connect option every time. Done. Copy the public IP. I'm going to open putty. Selecting the PPK file. Here is the one which we have generated now. Directly a PPK file by using AWS account. Open, accept, entering the default username. And here we are able to connect. And I'm again repeating the option which I have shown you. That particular option is just for your knowledge purpose. In our upcoming session or in real time, we are not going to generate PPK file by using AWS account, or we are not going to use this particular key anymore in our upcoming session. Wherever we require, we are going to generate a PEM file, or we will use the existing PEM file. So this is how you can generate your PPK file. Any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Arnold.
Good day, sir. So
Good day,
my
Arnold.
question is, with the PPK file, since it's been downloaded in, let's say, your personal computer or your personal operating system. Let's say, what if I am located, or let's say in the real world, what if, let's say, you have a coworker who is located in a different state, and he wants to access, like, that instance which you have launched, but now the keeper is in your own computer. How does he gain access to the instance?
There's an option called email. In email, there's an option called attachment.
Oh,
you can email
okay.
them.
Okay, sir. And
Okay.
also, yes, and also finally, I actually bought this course right now. I actually bought your course from the Logic Slab website, but I cannot download the Logic Labs app on my iPad or on my iPhone.
Yeah, there is some issues going on with iOS. I don't know about that. They are already aware of that. They are checking with the development team. So when that issue get resolved, we'll inform you in the group.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Parul.
Hello.
Yes, Parul.
Sir, can we create EC2 machine without key pair?
Yes, there is an option we have. There's an option, but you can't connect to that particular machine. You can only use those AMI which is inbuilt. They have a username and password is getting stored. And those are not the one which are by default in AWS. Those are the one you need to migrate from some other platform. Only those one you can use it. And that particular thing which you're asking about, Parul, you will, I'm going to give one migration. I'm going to show you that one small example. Okay. So that there you can use that one in that case.
And sir, one more question. If it's not a good practice to use AWS PPK file, so why PPK's option is there?
Because AWS has given that option. That's why we need to understand that one. Because if your client want, in that case, they can use it.
Okay.
But option is there. We need to, AWS has given, we need to go with that one. Why they have given it, I don't have answer of these questions. And don't please ask me this question, why they have given that option to us.
Okay. Okay. And
Okay.
what is the difference between private and public IPs?
Public key is getting stored in cloud platform. Private key is downloading in our local machine. Okay. So whenever both things are getting together, then we are able to connect to our machine.
Okay. And sir, can we create multiple EC2 machines without downtime? Like
Can we?
Can we get multiple EC2 machine without downtime?
Get multiple EC2 machine means?
Means if I want to create 100 EC2 machines.
Okay. So you can create 100 EC2 machines, yes?
In one shot.
Yes. Like if you just few minutes before, I have given us number of instances 1. You can give 100 there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Yamini.
హలో సార్.
Yes, Yamini.
సార్ నాకు పబ్లిక్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ అండ్ ప్రైవేట్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ both are there. I don't know
Yes.
where to use while linking and generating PPK file. I mean
There
PEM
is
file.
there is no link with public key and private IP with PPK file.
Okay.
There is no link with that. Public key is used whenever we want to connect that particular EC2 machine from public network. Private one is used whenever we are connecting that EC2 machine from private network.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, one more doubt is how can we link the I mean ఇప్పుడు క్రియేట్ చేసిందని ఎలా లింక్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం
Sorry,
సార్
sorry,
మనం?
Yamini, I don't know Telugu.
Okay, sir. I am
Only
not
English or
understanding
Hindi.
how we are linking the created PEM file or PPK file to this mission, sir.
When you're trying to create a EC2 machine, there's a list of values you will get. From that one, you need to select. So automatically it get linked.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, Venkat. Rahman, you can unmute.
Hello.
Yes, Rahman.
Yeah, Ankit, sorry, that was my mistake. Raise the hand.
Yes, Bathima, you can unmute. Sachit, you can unmute.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So my question is like, is there any way we can change the default user, or can we use any other
Not-
user while
You
okay
can
before
create
connecting
multiple
EC2?
users.
Okay, is it possible like before creating the EC2, can we create multiple users, or is it we should connect to the EC2 and then
There is an
we
option
should
that
use
you can give a boot script there. That is possible.
Okay, okay, sir. Yeah, I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Do you know what is boot script?
I think we'll be adding it in the user data, right, sir?
Correct.
In advance set. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Ravi.
Ankit, I told you, no?
What you told me?
Public key and private key. Public key in the sense we can share the anyone, right? Public key to connect to the
Public
particular
key is
EC2
getting
instance.
stored in cloud. We can't download public key.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can able to connect only private keys.
Yes.
Okay. And one more thing, while saving the file, PPK to generate a PPK file, it is asking one more option, load. So load and open both are same, is it?
No, where you're talking about?
While converting the PEM file to puttigen.
So here we have a load option. We don't have any option of open here.
Okay, load and generate. Okay, first we need to select load.
First we need to select, then after that we are getting in open option of open option. We are getting for here, not in puttigen.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, Pankaj.
Sir, can we change the host name if needed?
Default name you're talking about?
Yes.
No.
For
We can
mask
create
it?
more users. How to create more users we'll learn in upcoming session.
But we cannot change host name, right?
No. Default one you can't change.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Nafiz, you can unmute.
Sir, I have created for Windows, what I am getting the error. I have been created a PPK file. When I am trying to be.
Sorry to interrupt you, Naveen. You are creating a Windows machine or Linux machine?
No, Windows I have created. What I am facing the problem is I have created key pair with PPK file for Windows. When I try to be generate the password of admin, it is getting error. After private key must begin with RSA private key and end. This is error I am getting.
Because Windows does not support PPK.
Okay.
If you see here, when I'm trying to generate a PPK, it is clearly mentioned here for use with putty.
Okay.
And putty is for Linux one, not for Windows one.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why you're getting, because you have selected a wrong key. So delete that particular machine, create a new machine and select the PEM file there.
That means Windows we should use PEM file now, sir.
Only PEM file. That's what we have discussed earlier.
Okay.
Okay. PPK is only for Linux and the Linux machine which you want to connect with putty. Only for that one it is getting used.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Tasleem, you can unmute. So messing, you can unmute.
Sir, my question is that I have created one instance, and after that, in case I lost my key, then how will I again
Sorry,
connect?
Soumya, that answer I can't give you right now. You need to wait for a few days.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay?
No. Okay, sir.
Yes, Swapnil, you can unmute.
Thanks, Ankit. My question is, when I edited the network setting and put the security group name, then it prompted me to choose the subnet. When I chose the subnet and tried to launch the instance,
We have
it gave
selected
me
which subnet? 1C, I think so, by mistake. Select the
one
third one or
1A.
second one. 1A or 1B you can select.
Yeah, but when I chose 1A, it says that subnet is not available in this particular zone. And I have to select 1B in that case.
1B, 1A is not available in that zone.
The subnet is not available in 1A. That's the error message I got.
Subnet is not available in 1A.
Yep.
1A is the availability zone name.
Correct.
How it can be possible? You can try again. If you get error message, please email me the screenshot and share your login details also with me.
No problem. We'll do so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Bharatwaj.
Yeah, Ankit. So let's say you're saying for Linux machine we should be able to connect with the PPK file, right? Private IP.
If you are using putty.
If we are using putty, right?
Putty. If you are using git bash or any other, then you can use PEM file also.
Right. So as a team, if we are multiple people, then everybody should have that private PPK file in their local machine, right? To connect to that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
No, if
Got
you are
it.
using putty, then you don't need PEM file. That PPK is sufficient.
Right. That is what PPK file everybody should have there in local machine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
That's,
Govinda.
Yeah, actually, I have a question, right? For the securing of my PPK or PEM file, what can be that the
Sorry,
practice
can you
has
please
to do?
repeat your question again?
For securing of my PPK file or PEM file, to access our EC2 instance, how can we secure our key?
How you can secure your key?
Yeah.
You can store some keys in multiple location. Even in AWS, we have an option called key wallet. You can store that particular, key management service. Under that also you can store your key. Or you
Okay.
can store that key
Without it.
particular. Let me complete my answer. If you have
Sorry,
answer,
sorry.
you are not going to ask questions. Definitely yes.
Sorry.
So let me
Yeah,
complete my
yes.
answer. Even if you want, you can store your particular key in your Google Drive, in OneDrive, or if the main thing is the code which we have in that particular PEM file, that code is important. So you can even store this particular code in your emails also. Okay. If you store this particular code, with that particular code, you can generate a new key.
Okay.
Okay, you can save that particular key with any other name you can save.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more question? Yes, Anand.
Yeah, hi Ankit. My question is, we are creating multiple instances. Any chance to give while creating instance name more meaningful or organization specific?
Which
Because
thing?
when instance name,
It can
instance
be any
names.
name. You can give your name, any name. Even after creation of the machine, you want to change the name, you can change the name. So here we have an edit option. You can change. Like just I'm adding my name here. But definitely in real time, whatever the naming convention your client is following it, based on that, you need to give the name.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay. There's just practice, you can give any name.
Yeah, but while we are connecting with Putty, right? At the time we are giving that IP instead of IP address, we are giving a long name, right? So
That's host
that
name you can give, or you can just give IP at public IP also.
okay. Private host name we are giving, right? That is not meaningful. So my question is, how we'll understand if we creating hundreds of instance we are
In
creating,
real
right?
time, we are not using host name, we are using public IPs. IP addresses
Public.
we are using.
Okay, okay. Now
IP,
got it.
whenever we want to create, we can create by using IP addresses.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, Santosh.
Right, sir. I just want to know, using single PPK, how many instance we can create?
There is no limit.
Okay. So it will be like during the instance creation, we can create multiple. But after
Now, you have, let's example, you're creating 100 machine in one single go.
yes,
So at that time, you need to select a PEM file or PPK file. So
yes,
it means that particular key is going to link to all 100 machines.
yes. But later, after if I want to go with the individual instances,
Not possible to change.
but I mean, same PPK we can use while
Yes,
creating
same
the.
PPK, yes.
Okay.
Same PPK you can use.
Is there any changes happen in PPK while doing that?
No, you can generate if you have a PEM file, you are going to generate a PPK file 100 times or 1000 times, same PPK file will generate.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Soma.
Ankit, can you hear me?
Yes, you can please
So,
ask your
Ankit,
question.
in the EC2 machine, we are providing the configuration details like RAM, hard disk details, and all that. So, is there something can be created as a template and that can be used? Because
We'll
in the
learn in
real time,
upcoming session, we have an option. If you see on the left-hand side, we have some options.
launch template. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Kusu, you can unmute.
Hi, 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 Ingrid.
Hi.
How can I change the password for the EC2 instance?
We are using PEMP PPK option. You want to generate a password?
Yeah.
For Linux machine?
For Linux machine, I want to create the user-defined password.
We'll learn in upcoming session.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, if I deleted the PEM file, how can I retrieve it back?
We'll learn in upcoming session. That question is already asked.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yes, Radhika.
Yeah, hi Ankit. So
Hi.
if you have, for example, if you have a single EC2 instance, either it is a Linux or Windows, if for suppose the single instance has to be used by 3 or 4 users, they can use the instance at the same time, 3
If
users.
it's a Windows one, not possible. It's a Linux one, yes, it is possible. Or the other option is you can create for every single other users. You can create different users also.
Okay, they can use at the same time.
Linux is possible, not Windows.
Okay.
With same username, it's not possible to connect a Windows machine.
Different users
Linux,
as
different user. It's in Windows one. In Linux, it is possible you can connect from same user multiple time in multiple machines at same time also.
okay. In Windows, with a different user at the same time, we can use.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. How you will be shown in upcoming or?
Windows one, I'm not going to show you. For Windows one, I'm giving you self-learning. For Linux
Okay.
one, I'm going to show you how to create users.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Sayyed.
Sir, do you have any inventory, maintain the inventory? So we have thousands of servers.
Whatever you can see here you are getting all the details, number of instance, whichever you are getting here, you can see all your machines. Or here we have a dashboard. Here we have a global view. You can see here.
No, we can fetch the all the servers, means like how many CPU memory and IP address, host name. You can put export an Excel sheet as CSV file.
No, we don't have any that type of options here in this.
Okay. So any service for this?
Monitoring service here where you can monitor the machines.
Okay.
That how much CPU utilization is used right now. Those you can see that.
Okay.
Or here also we have a below monitoring tab. You can see there also. These details we are getting because of the monitoring service. The name of service called as CloudWatch.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, John. Okay. Look like no one has any more questions. So with this, I'm going to end the session here. And before that, I'm going to terminate this EC2 machine. In tomorrow's session, what we are going to learn, let's check. In tomorrow's session, we are going to start learning about few of the basic Linux command. So that's what we are going to discuss. Okay, if you have raised hand, let's go with those three. Yes, Uday.
Big thing, like for this, the instances, are we going to get any charge, like just creating and then start terminating the instances?
If you are going to use free tier details, they are not going to charge you anything. And the free tier details I
Alright.
have already given in the first session. I have given the details. You can also check
Yeah,
PDF
already
number
there.
1, page number 6.
Yes, I've created one of the instance from our first session. So today I'll try with the Linux, sir. So, but I was not sure about the charges, whether we are getting it or not.
If
But
you
it's
are
cleared
using
now. Yeah,
free tier
thanks.
details, they are not going to charge you.
Perfectly fine. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Ravi.
While selecting this security groups for different OS, for we need to select different, right?
No,
For
you can
group
select a
of
same also. If it's a say all Linux machine, you can use the same one also.
okay,
If it's
but
the
all
same
Windows
Windows
machine
one,
we
you can
need
use same Windows also.
okay, but different Windows we need to use separate one, Linux for separate one, right?
You can do one thing. Enable a port number SSH and RDP in same security group.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a good practice. It is possible, but it's not a good practice. Don't try to do that also.
Okay, correct. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
In real time, if you are going to do, they will laugh on you, seriously speaking.
Okay.
Okay. Don't try these things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.